Have you ever told your child to calm down and watched everything get worse instead? You weren't trying to make things harder, you were trying to help. But today we're talking about why that one phrase often backfires, what's actually happening in your child's brain when emotions are high, and how understanding this can completely change the way you respond. Ever feel like one meltdown turns your day upside down? Are you walking on eggshells with emotions and challenging behaviors? Need peace in your home? You're in the right place. I'm Jamie, mom of 7, professional counselor and parent coach. I've learned how to turn chaos into calm, stop meltdowns, and enjoy time as a family. If you're looking for effective tools, practical ways to connect with your uniquely wired child, and parenting tools that align with faith and family values, you've found it. So reheat that coffee, start that laundry fluffing again, and let's jump in. Let's talk about something almost every parent has said at least once. Something like this: "It's okay, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Stop crying," or "Stop getting so upset." If we're honest, sometimes what we really mean is, "Please just stop. Please get quiet," or "People are staring." There's embarrassment, urgency, pressure to regain control of the situation that feels so out of control. But if we clear all of that away, what most parents would say they intend to convey or really want to convey to their child is probably something more like one of these. "I want you to know you're going to be okay. I want to reassure you." Or, "I want to help this situation feel calmer and more controlled." The problem is not that parents don't mean well. The problem is that when emotions are high, reassurance doesn't land the way we expect it to. And probably we aren't communicating it quite like we intend for it to be felt. Sometimes, instead of calming things down, those words can feel dismissive to a child. And again, not because we mean them that way, but because of what's happening inside their nervous system. In those moments, your child may hear something very different. They may hear, "I just don't get it. This doesn't really matter." And without meaning to, we've just invited their emotions to escalate. Here's what's important to understand. When your child is emotionally dysregulated, their nervous system has taken over, kind of hijacked their brain. The part of their brain that usually helps them think clearly, problem solve, and regulate those big emotions is no longer online. It's like the system has flipped its lid. The brain that might normally hear logic, reassurance, or instructions isn't even accessible in that moment. So when we say, "Calm down," it doesn't feel reassuring. It feels dismissive or insincere, or like what matters to them, we're just brushing aside. And this is the key piece that we as parents often miss. This moment isn't about listening, it's about understanding. Until your child feels like you really get it, their nervous system is going to stay on high alert. Their emotions and behaviors are working overtime to protect them and express what they can't put into words yet. And this is where that phrase we've talked about before becomes so important. Connection has to come before correction. Not because behavior doesn't matter, but because regulation has to come before reasoning. I want to pause here for just a moment, because if you're listening to this and thinking, "Wow, this explains so much, but I still don't know what to do in the moment," I want you to know that you don't have to figure this all out alone. That's exactly why I created this program, and I want to share this with you. Parenting an emotionally intense child can feel complicated, like you're juggling meltdowns, defiance, and stress every single day. But it doesn't have to be that hard. Imagine this. The next time your child melts down, instead of spiraling into chaos, you know exactly how to respond with calm and confidence. Sounds good, right? Well, that's what the Calm Connection Parent Coaching Program is all about. In this program, I teach simple tools that you can use right in the moment. Tools that don't require hours of reading, expensive appointments, or complicated systems. I'll even show you ways to create calm in less time than it takes to reheat your coffee. Parenting with calm and confidence doesn't have to feel impossible. It can be easier than you think. Join me inside at calmconnectionparent.com and let's get you back on this parenting journey with calm, confidence, and connection. That's right. You don't have to guess your way through this because it can be very complicated, complex, very difficult to understand. But it's important that you remember needing support doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're investing in learning, investing in understanding your child. And again, you can find all the details in the show notes or visit calmconnectionparenting.org, where you can take the emotional forecast quiz to find out what your next best step might be. All right, let's get back to this conversation. When emotions are high, simply saying, "I understand," usually isn't enough. Or it might just land like you're being fake. Children need to feel understood. And that happens through both our words and our nonverbals, our tone, our posture, our pace, our willingness to simply slow down instead of rush the moment away and quiet them. When a child feels truly understood, and notice I didn't say when they hear you say you understand, when they feel that you truly understood, their nervous system can begin to settle. Not instantly, not magically, but gradually, as safety replaces that feeling of threat. And when that happens, something really important begins to shift. They start moving toward regulation. They start regaining their ability to control those big emotions. And they're no longer relying on intensity to communicate. This is not about giving in, and it's not about avoiding boundaries. It's about offering assurance, acceptance, and support first, so that learning and problem solving can happen later. There are better ways to offer reassurance, better ways to offer help, better ways to communicate acceptance for emotions where you don't have to agree with their behavior. But all of that depends on timing, and timing depends on understanding what's really happening. I want parents to leave this episode with hope, not pressure, because learning to discern, decipher, and decode your child's emotions is an art, and you're learning it. A solid understanding gives you the power to choose the right response at the right time, and to explain to others why certain approaches work better for your emotionally intense child. This is usually the moment when parents realize, this is what's going on. No wonder that didn't work. Or, this makes sense now. And with that bit of clarity, things can start to change. Now, before we wrap up, I want to give you a quick win for the week. This week, don't focus on stopping the behavior yet. Instead, I want you to practice identifying the main emotion your child is feeling. What looks like anger on the surface, or what might sound like anger on the surface, might actually be overwhelm, fear, exhaustion, hunger, frustration, worry, stress, sadness, uncertainty. Your goal this week is to simply ask yourself, what emotion am I really working with right now? And then approach that emotion, verbally and non-verbally, in a way that communicates, I see you, I care, I'm here, I can help. No fixing, no lecturing, no discipline and correction when they're dysregulated. Just noticing and responding with empathy through your tone, your body language, and your pace. That alone can change the tone of those intense moments. You don't have to label it perfectly, and you don't have to solve it. Just start noticing which emotion you might be working with and approach that feeling with care. Before we close, I want to leave you with this thought. If telling your child to calm down doesn't work, it's not because you're saying the wrong thing. It's because calm can't be demanded when a nervous system feels under threat. And many of these kiddos have a system that quickly escalates and is stuck feeling threat. Understanding that changes how you show up for your child in those moments. It shifts you from urgency to curiosity and from control to connection. And that's a powerful place to parent from. In our next episode, we're going to talk about what parents often do after emotions rise with the best intentions, but it actually keeps the cycle going. And once you see it, the timing of everything will start to make sense. Until then, keep paying attention, keep learning, and keep reminding yourself, you're not doing this all wrong. It's just learning some different tools. You're learning these new and effective tools to parent a child who needs something different. And that kind of parenting takes wisdom, patience, and courage. Thankfully, God will continue to equip you for each step of this journey. So I want to encourage you to hang on and hang in there. You've got this. That's it for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, would you take a quick minute to follow and share it with a friend who's looking for tools to parent those big emotions? And don't forget to join the Calm Connection Parenting Facebook group. This is where I can connect with you and offer support as you walk this journey. All right, I'll let you decide whether to fluff or fold that laundry now. But I'll meet you back here next week. Until then, keep calm and parent on.